Hey y'all, what's up? Your girl's back at again. Welcome to a brand new episode of Gibson's Night 2. Give you guys the latest and exclusive content on new music, entertainment news, and inspirational quotes by me. The Queen is back at again. So, Eminem released his new album. It's called Music to Be Murdered By. Alright, I love Eminem. I am a fan of Eminem. I grew up with Mr. Slim Shady, okay? I grew up with Marshall Mathers. All that good stuff. And this proves my point time and time again. When it comes to artists that really establish themselves in the hip-hop game and, maintain their sound, push the narrative in music, really change the music climate landscape and really set the bar high in music, period. And for Eminem to still be relevant today in today's music is a perfect example of longevity. And long time, dedicated Eminem fans can agree with me on this because this album is really good. This is pretty much Eminem's is another one of his cohesive albums, and I'm gonna have to listen and go back to listening to Eminem's catalog of his previous works because Eminem's pretty much one of a kind, a gem in music, and every time he puts out new music, Eminem will always give people what they love to hear. His bars, his wordplay, the production, and just being Eminem. And I really appreciate, rappers like Eminem because Eminem's Eminem. We will never have another Eminem because it's really funny how I go back down memory lane, many rippets and style. I grew up with Eminem since I was little. So really I loved his hit songs, his hit records. So now this is 2020. So Eminem has been in the hip hop game for a long time, but he continues to put out quality music. And it's when it comes to rappers nowadays, I'm very harsh and critical because when you got rappers like Eminem, and not just Eminem, his peers as well, and other rappers that set the bar so high for hip hop, it's kind of that's what people want to hear. So with that being said, this album has 20 tracks. So they are Premonition, that's the intro, Unaccommodating featuring Young M.A., You Gon' Learn featuring Royce the 5'9" and White Gold, Alfred, Those Kinda Nights featuring Ed Sheeran, Into Deep, Godzilla featuring Juice WRLD, Darkness, Leaving Heaven featuring Skylar Grey, Yaya featuring Royce the 5'9", and Black Thought and Q-Tip and Denon. Stepdad, the intro, Stepdad, Marsh, Never Love Again, Little Engine, Lock It Up featuring Anderson .Paak, Farewell, No Regrets featuring Don Toliver, I Will featuring KXNG, Crooked, and Royce the 5'9", and Joel Ortiz, and Alfred, which is the outro. So my favorite tracks are Premonition, intro, Unaccommodating featuring Young M.A., You Gon' Learn featuring Royce the 5'9" and White Gold, Those Kinda Nights featuring Ed Sheeran, Godzilla featuring Juice WRLD, Darkness, Leaving Heaven featuring Skylar Grey, Stepdad, Marsh, Lock It Up featuring Anderson .Paak, and that's it. So really, this album is pretty much Eminem's another one of his best and cohesive body of works because it's more like a hip hop album, but it's so versatile and cohesive because Eminem pretty much it's like an open book. So this is really his diary, and I love that Eminem, he always, he has a sense of humor. He has that quirkiness and, that wittiness and that really that, it's kind of listen to this whole entire album. You have vulnerable tracks. You have the tracks the hip hop, the grittiness, the motivation records, and you have some essential tracks on there, and then it's pretty much Eminem is his music is just so different and unique. And I mean, listening to this entire album, it was almost listening from start to finish like you're on a roller coaster. So really, he takes you on a thrill with this album. And really, the album title, Music to Be Murdered By, is really perfect for the album title, because I feel like listening to that, listening to all these tracks, it gives me more like that goosebump, that kind of feeling of nostalgia. But there are moments of like, vulnerability, reflection, being able to boost your confidence, redemption, and also it has like more of that like self-assurance, self-awareness that, throughout your ups and downs, you can persevere and you're resilient. But at the same time, it's kind of like, if you're in a dark place in your life, or if you can reflect back to a dark place that you went through, or those dark experiences, it's kind of like it's like a mystery field, so you never know what's gonna happen. So it's kind of like Eminem, he did this. I was listening to each track, I was like, whoa. And I love the collaborations of like other artists. I love that Eminem is very picky, and I know this, he's very picky about who he works with. And I know he can work with anybody, of course, you're an artist, but especially when it comes to like making a record that gels and flows and sticks well. And those people that he collaborated with, like, they did their thing, they did a great job. I felt the chemistry between Eminem and his collaborators, like the tracks like Young M.A., she's a female rapper, she's a dope lyricist, she can spit, so she did her thing. I like the collaboration with Ed Sheeran. I felt like his singing was dope. I like that, on the hook and chorus, like he was singing along, and I felt like that track really stood out to me because it's kind of like that hip hop kind of like track. So it's more like that nostalgia aspect. I love Juice WRLD. Shout out to Juice WRLD. Rest in peace, Juice WRLD. We have lost him. I think we lost him, last year? Yeah, last year. So rest in peace to this talented brother. So really, that's really cool, like, that Eminem got to work with this talented brother. And like I said, when it comes to music and people that have passed on, it's kind of like bittersweet, but their presence in music will always, have a soft place in the fans' hearts. I love Anderson .Paak. Anderson .Paak, he's a talented artist. This song "Lock It Up" is really, really dope. It has like more like that hip hop funky groove, kind of like, but it's kind of like a trap kind of sound, but it's really like nostalgic and just has so much like versatility, and it oozes with so much like rhythm in the bass and the greenness of the production. So I feel like this track is another one that stands out to me the most, because it's pretty much like the art of like music, like hip hop, and listening to the instrumentations and listening to like different sounds. Eminem pretty much overall did a great job with this album. I know Eminem fans are very satisfied with this. I am. But it goes to show you that, like I said, with Eminem's artistry through all the years, he has stayed consistent. And every time he makes a new album, you don't know what direction he's going to go for, which is really exciting. And it's a mystery and suspense in a good way, because I love artists that are able to know what they got and know what they're working with and have confidence in their sound, but they're not afraid to develop and push their sound and really create like just good music, because that's what I want in the future of like, talented artists, no matter who they are. Just be able to create a sound that really represents who you are as an artist, and don't be afraid and going for the kill, because really when it comes to setting trends, that's important. And Eminem, Eminem has always experimented himself, and I feel like Eminem listens to like his old songs, because it's crazy, but at the same time it's like listening to his older music, his old songs, it's like he always set trends. He never wanted to follow the trends to be like hot or popular. He just let his music and art speak for itself. His music is art. His music, pretty much, when you listen to Eminem's music, you're gonna get crazy Eminem, you're gonna get the alter egos, but you're gonna get like the vulnerable Eminem, the emotional Eminem. You're gonna get like the badass Eminem, the confident Eminem, even the asshole Eminem, because really Eminem pretty much, there are so many different layers and different strips and sides to Eminem. You can't really put him in one box. That's why I've always loved about Eminem. He never wanted to fit into the norm of like music and his image as a rapper. And I know, of course, he went through some things, like people underestimate him because of who he is, but he pushed all the way. He has his loyal fans, and he really established himself as a, hip hop artist. I think Eminem pretty much is legendary. I give credit where it's due. I think he is pretty much, he's like an icon and a legend, because really it's kind of like, really there was nobody like him, so I feel like he just changed the narrative, and he was like, you know what, whether people like me or not, it's okay, and as long as my fans love me for who I am, I'm good. I'll continue making good music for the art and for the culture and passion, and make my fans happy and make myself happy. And Eminem, he's pretty much a real one. He's about the art and the music, so he never changed that. He's still doing his thing. And this album, I'll give it a 5 out of 5. But I just wanted to let you guys know, please check out Eminem's new album, Music to Be Murdered By. Please do not be afraid to support Eminem. Eminem fans, please let me know your thoughts and your opinions. And that's it. So yeah, guys, let me know down below. Please do not be afraid to like, share, comment, subscribe down below. Please do not be afraid to hit that subscribe button. Please do not be afraid to hit that notification button. And as always, y'all, stay tuned on the next episode. Get Cincinnati 2 Dragon Ball Z narrative reference. Peace, bye bye. And as always, y'all, your girls excellent out. The Super Saiyan is out.